Hi, my name is Jackson Mayer. Today I'm going to present on how immigrant parents affect the education and health of their children. So the first thing I want to do is just emphasize how big of a group immigrants and children of immigrants are. So about a quarter of all U.S. children are either children of immigrants or immigrants themselves, and 48%, almost half of California students are. And that means that this is a very important group, and it's very important to realize how the status of being an immigrant or a child of an immigrant affects them emotionally and, of course, academically. And it's very important for us as teachers to recognize that. Now, one of the major things I want to focus on is the parents really do affect how their child succeeds, because the parent is really ultimately the source of a lot of what the child goes through. And immigrants, they may have very high aspirations for their child coming in. They may enter wanting high academic success, that they're coming to America to have a better life. They're coming to America to give to their children a better life than what they came from, and that, of course, it means a better education, better job, better everything overall. So they want their children to succeed, which is good. That's good. But actual success can depend. It can depend on a multitude of things. And a child's achievement can change the expectations of their parents. So if they get to high school and they don't succeed very well, then the parents may change how far they want their student to go to. They may be, well, just get through high school. You don't necessarily need to go to college. It'll be okay. Just get the GED, get through it. All right. There's also economic factors. The family, they're immigrants. They may not have enough money to go to college. So there's a lot of things that, from the parents' side, that bleeds into how the child performs academically and how much that child wants to perform academically. And where that all comes together really is the home. The home is where it shapes the child. It shapes how the child acts and performs and really does everything. This is where it molds the child. And this academic importance can depend upon the culture. There's a lot of studies that show this. Of course, this is a generalization, but there was one study that it compared Latinos and Asians, and it found that Latinos, they have a stronger social health. They have a stronger emphasis on the family, and they focus less on academic success, and they want more of their children to have just a better life overall. Now, Asians, they tended to read a lot more with their children. They tended to emphasize more on the academic side. They wanted them to go to college, get the job, earn a good wage. Specifically, there was a study with Hmong students where they asked them how they felt about this kind of, it's kind of a stereotype, but it's also kind of true. They asked them how they felt about their parents emphasizing this academic aspect. And they said, well, a lot of them wanted their parents to actually be warmer with them, and that this push, it kind of desensitizes them, and it kind of alienates them a little. Now, there's also effects of racism. So parents may face racism in their workplace, and they can come home, and that bleeds into how they interact with their children. Parents can also have difficulties with schools. They may not be proficient in English. This can be a huge barrier to them, especially if the school isn't prepared for that. They may find it hard to attend school functions. They may not be able to take time off work. They may not be able to drive or get a ride to that school function, and this can kind of exclude them. So this can affect how they see school. There's also a fear of interacting with government. The school is part of the government. They may fear deportation, and this can affect, of course, how they interact with us, how they interact with the school, and this leads into the academic success of their child. So what can we do? Well, we need to be more aware of where students come from. We need to be able to see that this is a very diverse array of people, and that their parents may not be able to interact with the school on the level that would best benefit their child. And so we need to be able to focus on that child and make sure that they are getting the motivation and getting the things they need so that they can succeed academically and emotionally and physically.